Hey, what is going on, folks? Just kind of looking through my comment section here, and I want to see if I can respond to a few people. I'm trying to respond now, but just in case they're watching, maybe I can give them a verbal response instead. Uh, Edit. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Yeah, that's good enough. What the hell am I doing? There you go. Yeah, man. When your ego still mess with you, like, I don't need these glasses. I don't need these glasses. I can see without them. Okay. Welcome to what's today? Wednesday? Is today Wednesday? Hold on, is today Wednesday? Today is Wednesday. The 10th. All right, September 10th. All right, so let me take a look at this quick comment here. Person says I have 3 vacs. In fact, this is from a video for the Hoover links. Okay, and it says I have 3 vacs. And let me see. In fact, I bought 5 of these on Christmas for my siblings. On 2, the roller stopped turning. They don't make them anymore, but they're the best little vacuums. This is, yeah, that Hoover links, it was out for a time and then it just vanished. I think they did an updated version of it, and then after that, I didn't see it anymore. Okay, so I've been searching for videos on YouTube. I found you. You're lots of fun to watch. I've learned a lot. That's awesome. I will attempt to work on mine. This is from at Quab13, QOB. QOB. Great. And all right, do you think the motor itself is still available? Thanks. I have subscribed. Well, hey, at Quab13, thanks for subscribing, bro. I hope you get to see this video. Okay, so you may have to go. Honestly, you know what's funny about these motors? I get access to them only because I'm working on these machines. But you can actually order motors, okay? It's a drag if you're not really into it. Where you have like certain shops like the because the brush motors are like little tiny little guys, right? Not all of them, but especially on this one. And so there are motors that can be sold, and then you can just kind of take the gear off and then slide the gear on to the new motor, and then there you go. Okay, um, but you know it's something that you have to kind of be into to want to do stuff like that, right? Some guys I purchased a motor to help my son in a science project, and I went to a remote control car place where they just sell a whole bunch of motors for cars, and it worked with what we needed, right? We made a car together, and I use a vacuum motor because it took electricity like anything else, right? So I just had to get like a pack, like maybe I think it was 3 to equal up to the wattage I needed and the voltage. And I got 3 of those 9 volt, I think it was 9 volt battery. They sold it on Amazon. And then I just wired it to the little motor and it gave it the power I needed. I had the positives went to the power switch, all like it was like 3 positives. I just together went to the power switch, and then it went from the battery to the power switch, and from the power switch to the motor. Okay, and then another set went straight to the motor. Okay, so that's how I set it up. So let's imagine that's kind of how you would wire. That's the basic setup for wiring a vacuum or a motor, right? You have the power source, the main. You can literally just plug them straight in, but then there's no way to turn it off and on. So if you want to give it the on and off feature, you have the neutral go straight to the motor, okay, from the power source, right? Which is either the cord from the wall, right? You know, the regular cord from the wall, or your battery, right? And then the positives is going to go through the power switch, so you can turn it off and on. Because without the off and on feature, if you just plug it straight to the motor, it's just going to run, right? It's just going to turn on. So anyway, I digress, right? So you can get part. You can go online on eBay, and you can try maybe, a couple of guys maybe selling parts on eBay. That's up in the air sometimes, right? But sometimes it's good. My mechanic actually tells me, a lot of your parts you want to order it from eBay. Imagine that. I'm going to AutoZone. I'm going to these guys, and some parts you definitely want to go to AutoZone. Amazon, I believe it or not, in for auto parts, Amazon is on the eBay. eBay would come first. Well, obviously the big guys and rocks, all those big guys come first if you really want to go there. But if you're going for pricing and quality, then yeah, I was surprised when he told me, man, dude, order it from eBay and I'll put it in for you. So I would recommend that for vacuum parts, motors, especially the ones that are not available anymore. So hopefully you're able to fix that. And Co-op 13, man, if you need any help, I am here to help. Okay, like truly. All right. Next up, who else we have? Okay, and let's see. Maybe you guys can see what I'm looking at, right? You can see what I'm looking at. Take a look at what I'm looking at. All right. Okay, that's what I'm looking at right there. Okay, maybe I could turn it. Can I turn it? Yeah, I could turn it. Yeah, you would have to zoom in. I'm sorry, but this so you're not just looking at me. You can see what I'm looking. All right, my neighbor gave me a Hoover Spin Scrub 50 because she didn't have room for to store it. I'm having trouble with the suction. I noticed the reservoir basket was cut. Okay. And thought I would buy a replacement, but apparently Hoover doesn't sell it. Any advice? The reservoir gasket. Okay. All right. Turn around. Turn this way. There you go. Hey man. Hey, Mr. SPD. What's up? SPD. Let me go to my other screen here. Let me see what's going on. Mr. SPD _. How do you say that? Is it speed? Speed? What's up, Speed? What's up? S apostrophe UP. Sup. All right. Let me get that, and maybe I can explain it better with some visual. All right. I should have one of those, and I'll give you some tips. Okay. Give me a second. I should have one. I think. This is close enough. All right. I got one close enough, guys. This is close enough. Yeah, this is close enough. Okay. All right. So what's her name? What's that person's name? Let me give her some props here. So this is Concord Kimberly. All right, Concord Kimberly. Oh, you know what, Concord? Let me do this. Let me copy my. Let me see if I can share this. Can I share this? Morning repair. Can I share this link? All right. Copy. I'm going to share this link in the comment, and I'm going to tell her to watch this video. Okay. Watch this video. I'll explain. How's that? Is that a cool way to do it? Let me see. Paste. I hope it works. And reply. Okay, so let me explain. All right, this is not quite the same, but it's a Hoover, and they're kind of built the same. They're kind of designed the same. The spin scrub and the other ones, right? All right, you see the seal right here? You see what just happened? You see that? Okay. This is what I recommend. Number one, for this seal, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some. It's supposed to go inside here anyway. It's supposed to be on the inside of this, okay? But still, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some cement, some rubber cement, okay? I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do. Golly, I'm tripping all over myself, folks. Gosh. A paintbrush would be good if you have it, but if you don't, a paintbrush would be good. So what you can do, go to Lowe's, okay? And get like window seal type stuff like this, okay? You may have to slice it in half. You might have to because it might be too thick. But I want you to imagine, oh my God, is my ear not on? Holy cow, man, I'm burning up in here. Give me a second. No, my ear was on. Why isn't it work? Why isn't it blowing? You know what's crazy? Okay, it's working. You know what I was thinking? I was thinking someone stole my copper in the back. Oh, what a thought to come across this. I remember the guy installed it and the copper. I was like, you think these people will steal copper? Oh, man. Listen. We all get those thoughts. All right. Oh, my gosh. All right, here we go. Now watch this. So I get some of this stuff. If you notice, I have the big kind because I use it a lot in the store, right? And what you would do is you would get, really what you need is really just the size of this, the length and the size, okay, how slim it is. And just take your time. I'm just gonna do one section I'm just gonna do one little section, maybe an inch right now, just for the video, okay? I'm gonna put some on here like this, okay? Got it? Like a little bit like that. I'm gonna let it dry a little bit. But then on the other end, let me pick an area to start. I'll start over here. So on this side, right, I'm going to just kind of get it on the inside. That's why I said a paintbrush is good, because you can get on the inside of it like that, all right? I'm just trying to get in there like that. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Now, I should do the whole thing, right? But I will eventually. You do the whole thing. And sometimes, guys, you can just do spots, okay? Like, man, this is like absolutely, now, just in case it's an emergency. And that'll give us the time for this to dry. Give me a second. Gosh. Holy cow, man. How do you do this? Oh my gosh, come on. Oh, did I press talk? I gotta turn up my air. This place will get like super cold, and then all of a sudden it's done. Is everything okay? You know why I'm calling you back, right? I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you. Hold on. I'm gonna put you on speak. I'm gonna put you on speak on purpose. You're laughing?
I'm sorry.
Bye. Is everything okay? All right. She hung up. My God. This is ridiculous. Not planned. Okay. All right. Now, here we go. Here we go, folks. I don't know who's there. If you're there, say hi. Okay. If you're not there, and what can I do? All right. If you get something, hit a like, man. Give us hook us up just a little bit. All right. Now, here we go. So I'm going to take this. And I know I had one around here somewhere. It's just that I didn't plan for this. So I don't have one to show you guys a sample of what I mean. And then you just stick it in here, guys. Stick it in. Make sure it's nice and snug, like a bug in a rug. Okay. And get a little, get like a little flathead or something. And just kind of make sure it's secure in there, Okay. And what it will do, because of the contact cement, the moment the two sides that are partly dry touch each other, it'll seal up. Okay. And you just do this all around the whole thing. Okay. So, and there may be other like gaskets that's the right size you can probably find somewhere, man. But like window places, window places may have gaskets that can fit in these. So don't become a victim of this stuff. All right. Because especially even filters, they'll make filters and they're sponge. It's like a little sponge filter and you can't find the filter. And you're like, oh my God, they stopped making the filter. Well, okay. Let's get a sponge. Okay. Let's get a sponge. Let's cut it to the shape and stick it in. Okay. That's it. Don't be a victim to it. Okay. I've seen people take bags, bro. There was like no Kirby bags in their town. They couldn't find Kirby. This is before I had Amazon, you could tell how far back this was. And they would just get a bag from somewhere and they'll cut the little notches in the Kirby and they just make it work. Okay. They're like, listen, man, I spent $2,000 on this damn thing. I can't find bags. They could have called the Kirby company, but they'll probably have to order a bunch of bags at a time. But you can order bags directly from the Kirby company, believe it or not, if you're having a tough time finding bags. All right. So now that's that. That's out the way, folks. Next up. All right. So I hope that answers Concord Kimberly's question. But that's what you would do. And then once the seal is off, Kimberly, okay, or it's probably Kimberly Concord. Maybe it's just the name backwards or something. Once this is off, once this is done, that you seal it off and you put all the the stuff back, then you want to double check. There's a couple of things to double check on your on that shampooer. One, you want to make sure that everything is sealed off. You want to make sure this guy is sealed off if yours have one of these. You want to make sure, who's that saying what's up over here? Who's that? Who's saying what's up, man? Who's that? Guitar Jams, yo, bro. Oh man, well you know what? But thank you for the shirt, for the compliment. I'm really supposed to be working on these. I started working on this yesterday and I got cut off. I don't know what happened to the feed, and I wanted to kind of get back to it. I have a backpack I have to do sometime today, but I don't know when. I may get it during the show. I was answering a question just now from one of our viewers about gaskets on these, and I told them where you can get it. Doing a little recap. Thanks for the recap there, Guitar Jams. And then, really, what I want to get done, because if I get this done faster, I can get it back faster. This guy here is acting up. I was looking at it yesterday, and you know what? I want to get to this before the show's over. So let me do this. Let me do one of the things I was trying to do with this. Yesterday, I was showing guys how to clean this out, because what was happening is that it was being pulled apart, right? I have a bunch of them, right? And they're supposed to lock in like that. And then, if you pull them too tight, they come right off. And you're supposed to be able to lock it in. And in order to get it out, you're supposed to push this down and for it to slide out. turns out that we found out that this thing have a whole bunch of trash. I don't know if you can see this one here. Can you even see it? If you look at the little, there's a little trash in there, okay? And it is causing the pin to sit. So what we were doing was pulling all the trash out, all right? Now, I have some options I want to do, because this person, see all this? This person use it for business, and he really don't want to have to keep fighting this because it slows down business, right? So I was like, well, I can fix it, right? Or I can give you an alternative, okay? If I give you an alternative, it's worth it, because it's going to help you cut down on your downtime, okay? So I'm trying to get this stuff out of here. So I'm using a little tweezer. I'm using what do you call that? A flathead, trusty flathead. A flathead that never let me down, right? And I'm just pulling this stuff out. So that's one way to do it, right? But what I'm thinking of is replacing it. Look at the last one. Look how big this is. So it was really causing this guy to be a little bit low like that. And as a result, you couldn't lock it. So now it's a lot better. You see that? It's high enough that it can't just separate, okay? But that's a temporary fix. And all of them are like that, even this end. So all the ends need to be done. And I'm like, man, how about if we just replace this damn thing with one of these? Okay? With one of these. Okay? So what you would do is you just slide this in, and it expands. Let me see if I can do it on this end. It might not work, but okay, I'll use this. Now, this end is smaller than this end, right? But still, to demonstrate to you what I'm talking about, I'm going to use this end. So what you do, you slide it in like so, right? Keep going. You see that? And it pops in. See? And it's just hugging the sides. So if it messes up, you just replace it. You know, like you get I have a couple of them. You just get a new one. So you can avoid that problem. Does that make sense? Okay? Let me see. Ah, yeah, dude. Yeah. Yep. So that's what I'm thinking of doing for this one here. So the trick is gonna be I'm gonna get the Dremel out, and I want to just try it. I want to experiment on this one here. I started cutting away, because you have to remove this tab here if you want this to come out. This whole thing, the whole mechanism. So I want you guys to even see what the mechanism look like. So I'm gonna get a Dremel. I have the Dremel here already, and I'm just trying to figure out which way to go, man. I don't want to cut into the metal, and I tried to drill it, and it wasn't reacting. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna cross my fingers. All right? I'm gonna cut it and cross my fingers. Here we go. So I got a cutter. Okay? Put this bad boy like this. I'm gonna put on my goggles, which have my little protections in the side here. And what I'm gonna try to do is just slice away at this tab right here. Because I tried drilling it and it wasn't going in. So I'm like, all right, screw it. I'm just gonna cut it off. Someone may know a better way to do it. Give me a second. Let me see if I can turn this down. You guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Where's my other glove? You don't want the slipping fingers gone. We don't want that, right? Okay. Let me point it this way, away from you do it this way, let's not do that, all right? Okay, all right. Now he's still kind of there. It's not the prettiest looking thing. All right, but he's still there. So now I'm gonna try to drill now. Or you can try to pop it out, but I'm gonna try to. Well, how's my drill? Give me a second. Here we go. Let's see what we have. Are you kidding me, bro? Coño, man, come on, get out already. It's still there. All right, let's try it again. This shit is not moving at all, man. Damn. He's determined. I gotta get him out of here, man. I am determined. I'm determined too. You're not gonna beat me. Are you kidding me? You know who I am? I don't give up. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh my God, it looked like I just blended the damn thing into the, it just, I just blended it in. All right, let me see what we got. Hold on, let me see if I can punch it through. Got it! Coño! Damn! Here we go. Let me show you what it looked like. So let me see. Now, see, this is what's happening to it. You see how it's bent? You see how it's bent there? It needs to be straight, okay? So if you want to put this back in, right, you would have to straighten this thing out, you know, get a hammer or whatever, straighten it out. You're going to have to remove this little divot right here. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to replace this if you want to replace this. And then the other option, you're still going to have to plug this hole. Okay? So even if you use this option here, okay, which is this, watch. Put this guy in really tight, stuff him in here like this, right? Stuff him in here and they pop right up. Okay, now that's the replacement solution right there. And my customer would never have an issue with this thing, with this, okay? But you still have to plug this hole because suction's gonna escape, right? So either route I take, I have to plug the hole, okay? Now, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna do 2 in 1, all right? I'm taking this out. We're gonna put this guy back in for the sake of our presentation here today, all right? Where's my hammer? I'm gonna bend this guy back into place. If I don't find my hammer, I'll just use a, let me see if this is strong enough. Yeah, this thing is hard. I can see, damn. The amount of force that would have been needed for this to bend like that, and it could be because of the constant open close of the wand that caused it to bend, honestly. But the debris doesn't help, okay? It looked like the debris was stuck between this and the ceiling of the wand, okay? And that's what was causing it to like press it down so it didn't have as much tension. So now, all right. So now let's get this let's clear this side out so we can have a hole, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. All right, and we'll go from there. Okay, now if someone's watching, great. You know, Guitar Jams, hopefully you're still chilling out, watching the show. If not, you know, I understand, man. You always come in. I appreciate you, bro. All right, and let's try to get this thing out of here. You know what? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stick to the script. Let's do this again. All right, and then I'm gonna try to pop it out and see what happens. Might as well stick with what works. Look at that. All right. So now, but man, I want to make sure this guy's straight. And he still looks a little bent, and I don't want to do it halfway. Okay. But what's good though is that they made it out of very tough, very hard steel or some kind of. It don't look like aluminum. If it is, it's maybe die-cast aluminum, maybe. But it looks like stainless steel. It looked like steel. Okay. All right, good. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to our friend here. Okay. All right, give me a second. Okay. Good. I'm gonna go back to our friend here. Okay, and we're gonna have the little hole. You can see him there, see the hole as I move it back and forth, right? And then we're gonna get our little divot tool. I think that's the name of it. Model RHT300 Arrow. Okay. And I don't have it in the description. as an affiliate. I'm not promoting this, guys, but I do use this, so I don't have to act funny about it. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get this guy here. Okay. You want to make sure that you have the right. They have different opening for different sizes, and I'm gonna stick this guy up down in here. I remember not knowing how to use this damn thing at all, and but I knew I needed it. Okay. Now hold tight. Where's our sample? Okay. So now I'm gonna have to be a little tricky because I have to hold this thing in, which you could probably do. You can stuff something in here that'll give it pressure, like a piece of rubber, a belt, curvy belt or something. Maybe a belt is the best thing. Even this thing I could probably use to give it tension, because I need to keep it up. I don't want it to fall down while I'm trying to do this. Okay, so let me try using my finger first and see if that works. Okay. Ooh, you know what? I can also have it facing down. Okay, like this. So now, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, see that? It's in there. I'm gonna squeeze this thing. Hold on. You need good grip. Okay? Squeeze it. One. Let it go. Oh my God. I can't do it upside down side. Sorry, guys. Two. And normally three would do it. One more time. Woo! Coño. Okay. So now we got a new divot in there. This guy is back to where he's supposed to be, and everything is A-okay. Is that awesome or what? So that's one way to do it. Okay, and I'll buff this out so it don't look so scuffy. You know, I'll buff that out. But that's one way, okay? And I tried to do this yesterday. I got cut off. That's one way. So we repair the one that's already there, like this. And a lot of people out there have these vacuums. I just shipped off that that Filter Queen that I was fixing the other day. Someone bought it online. So you can do this, but if you want to avoid the problem in the future, then this is the other option. But you're still, like I said, you're gonna have to plug that, and that's exactly how you plug it. So hopefully this was something good. I'll have the rest of these to work on. I'll have so I got some work ahead of me here today, guys. I don't think you want to see me work on all of these. I got all of these to do. All right. Let me mark that. Well, anyway, one last thing now. Let's take a look at this Dyson, and then I'm done. Okay. All right. Let's see what the hell's going on with this Dyson. All right. Okay. Let's see what's happening with this Dyson. All right. The first thing I'm gonna do. Let me clear up my mess. All right. It's like every day. Tell me, guys, tell me if you ever felt this. Tell me if you've ever felt this before I continue. Who's saying what's up, by the way? Hey, Randall, what's happening? The rainbow? Oh, wow. Okay. The rainbow was packed with crud. Yeah. Yeah. Give me some more info on that again. Refresh my memory. I have pretty good memory, but it's kind of short, you know. I got very good short-term memory. Yeah. Yeah, and my short-term memory is like 2 minutes. Oh, man. But help me with that, man. Help me with that. Help me with that, Randall. All right. Man, this delay is very long. Interesting. Is that still me talking? What the hell? How long is this delay? Wow. Okay. So guys, if it seemed like I take a long time to respond to you, there is a delay. Holy cow, this thing is still... Anyway, I'm done with that. I'll have to go into it and figure out how to shorten that delay for you guys. Here we go. Now, so when you're trying to figure out what's going on with these Dysons, right? And they start doing it, some people already know, and I'm, more power to you, right? There's some people who don't, all right? And what I normally check for, the first thing I'm going to check to see if there's a clog somewhere, okay? So the easiest thing to do is to take off your nozzle, your wand, do a quick inspection, look down in there, open it up, see if you can see all the way through, okay? Now, there's no clog, see that? See, you can see all the way through, right? The next thing is you check this guy, okay? Now, these guys, man, they are so thin, the space, so it's easy for this to get clogged, right? Okay. The next thing is to check, to pull this out, okay? Just pull this out and turn it on. Put it back in, turn it on. Fun. So this is good. Now, if it was still doing that, right, then it might be something else going on inside here, okay, or behind the filter here, okay? But right now, we don't have to do that. Fair enough? All right, so now, it can't be this, because we saw that it didn't have any what do you call it? It didn't have any blockage. So let's turn it on again and see if we hear that sound again. Sounds good. Okay. Let's put this guy on and see if we have that same problem. So where's the problem? So let's see what the deal is. Okay. All right. I'm just gonna take this little guy off here for a second. I want to see. Did I do? Oh, what the hell am I doing? Here we go. Okay. Well, the brush isn't the problem, but while we're here, we might as well clear some of this crap out, right? So let's clear this out. I don't know why did I take that off again? I just saw it and I started unscrewing things. This really do need to clean though, so I'm gonna clean this out. See how it's mucky? All right. I found the culprit. I found him or her. Dirt don't have a him or her, right? I found the culprit. Look at that crap. You see that? So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my trusty needle nose, and I'm just gonna pull this stuff out of here. Carajo. Con. Man. Shite. Bumbaclot. Rasclot. Shit. I went down the line. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know. I went down the line, bro. All the ones I know. Give me something in another language. I'll be down to try to learn it. Okay. Wow. Wow. You see, this, I'm telling you, man, as much as I admire the Dyson company for their innovations and stuff, which is cool, I still have a pet peeve about their design, and this is one of them. I don't think the customer should be put through this kind of pain. As much as I think they thought this was a good idea to maybe concentrate the suction, having an opening this small is not a good idea. Okay? Not a good idea. You see that little tiny little thing there? And then you're gonna tell people they can clean pet hair with this? Come on, man. Come on, guys. Okay? Come on. This is not a good idea, okay? All right, I said it. Okay? They're not paying me any money. You know, isn't that messed up though? Because if someone is paying you money for commercial, let's say the news, it's an instinctive thing. It doesn't even have to be like some conspiracy plan thing. It's instinctive to not try to crap on the company that's paying you. So if I'm going to report on something that is important, right? Like my work, I find my work important. And then I can't say nothing about the company because I have a contract with them. Then the people who I'm giving information to, the listener, is not going to get the right information because instinctively, my brain is going to stop me from trashing on the people that's paying me, right? You see what I'm saying? So that's why when people say the news is being, whatever, and people are like, of course not, they're giving you, it's like, dude, you don't understand human behavior then, bro. Are you kidding me? If a pharmaceutical company is paying these guys close to $1 billion a year in advertising, and some product came out that was going to hurt that company, they're going to report on it because that company says, oh, yeah, you're going to trash us like that and we're paying you all this money? Okay, wait till our contract is up. That's all I'm saying. It's not, it don't have to be some big conspiracy. It's just the way people are. It's now some people don't give a shit. It's like, it's the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't care. You need those guys. I don't care. It's just like, it's not the right thing to do. I'm gonna report the news. I don't care. Those guys are valuable in our society. Okay, and so you don't trash those guys, man. Because if you don't have enough of those people, we're in trouble. Because all you have to do is buy everything out, and the people that are receiving money from you, you don't have to tell them nothing. They just know not to mess you up because you're the one giving them money. That's all. Don't bite the hand that feeds you thing, right? Okay, and then we, the public, end up with the short end of the stick. Doesn't have to be some big conspiracy. I'm just telling you, human nature is the way it is. All right, anyway, enough of my little rant. But I just be laughing at sometimes it's my family member. I just be laughing at them when they're like, I don't listen to this news because they are. I'm like, dude, you seem like you have no clue, man. You're supposed to be a smart guy. What are you talking about? These guys are trusted. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. All right. Anyway. Okay. Look at this, huh? Look at it. I just sprayed it out a little bit. I just stick a little thing in there. Let's kind of wiggle it a little bit. Never throw this in a batch of water. Okay, I've seen people do this on TikTok. We're wrapping up, guys. I see people do this on TikTok, and they'll throw this whole thing in water. There's a motor in this thing. There's a motor in here, okay? There's a motor in here. There's electricity running down through here, okay? You have contacts, runs down, and it spreads out. It goes this way, then comes that way, and it goes through this thing here, okay? Do not throw this in water, okay? All right, so now that we cleared all this out, take a look at what we got out of here. All this was jammed up inside that little piece of the head. All of this. That's a whole bin of dirt right there. Crammed inside that section, okay? Bad design. Sorry, Dyson. That part is a bad design. Well, I will give you credit for having a thin motor. That's slick. That motor right in here, slick. But this thing, somebody fell asleep. All right, guys, if you have any questions before I go, let me know. Put it in the comments. All right, Rando. All right. Guitar Jams, if you're still there, catch you later. Let me know if you have any questions, anything I can answer. Okay, everyone else, thanks for hanging out. I got some more work to do. And let me see, hold on. I'm gonna be volunteering, man. I'm gonna be volunteering. I'm gonna be getting my son involved with me. I went to a kind of a Rotary dinner breakfast this morning, and the guys were real cool, man. A bunch of business people in the town, and they have some like volunteer stuff to deliver food to people, and there's a lot of elderly people that you just don't realize how much people really do need. Like the people that really need, you know what I mean? These programs are for people who really need, not people who don't want to work, you know what I mean? And that's the part that really, a lot of people mess. A lot of times we mess things up, bro. We really do. I mean, I guess it's just human nature, man. It's like when you go back, if you ever read those stories in the Bible, about the Israelites and all that, and they mess up, and then God punished them, and they mess up, and then God punished them, and they mess up, and then God punished them. It's like that is human nature. That is us. Okay, you mess up, and people, we would mess up a good program, and that's just people would do that. You know, they jacked up the whole DEI program and put all these women and all these people in positions. And I'm like, you guys are not thinking ahead. Don't you think there's going to be a backlash to this stuff? Don't you think there's going to be a backlash to leaving a border open? Don't you think there's going to be a backlash to just letting people out from jail that they're supposed to be locked? You guys don't think that far down the road, man. You don't think there's a cause and effect. You don't think there's gonna be a backlash and there's gonna be overcorrection. It's like, unless you plan on the overcorrection. Unless you planned on the overcorrection. Anyway, I'm not gonna think too much about it. I'll see you guys later. You guys stay positive, and I got work to do. All right. Hit a like, man. All right, hit a like. It's a quick like. Thanks a lot. It helps the channel. It helps us grow. It helps keep us moving. Okay. It throws a little bit of pennies in the jar, and it builds what we're doing. Okay. I'll be totally honest with you. The likes help push the channel, which helps give us a little bit of revenue for the work that we do. So when I tell you hit a like, that's what I mean. Okay. Just know. Right? I appreciate it. If the video helped you, if you got any hints, any tips, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot. Bye. Guitar Jams. Until next time. Boom. All right.